My people, una good morning. How go dey go? How una dey? I hope so una dey well ba. Hope so una don dey kakaraka well ba. Abeg, e necessary. It's good to be safe for yourself, for your loved ones, and for your haters and enemies as well. If you were not there, what will your haters hate on? Will they hate on stones? Get a grip of yourself. As a sequel to yesterday's edition of the essence of life, some questions have arisen. What if this life is fake? What if this life is not the real thing? What if this life is just a hologram? What if this life is like visual reality? What you see on that screen is what we are seeing now, but the reality is when we take off the screen. These are some of the questions we'll attempt to answer using Plato's allegory of the cave. Now, Plato, he talked of a group of people that were bound when they were children. During childhood, they were bound by chains inside a cave facing a wall. They couldn't move, can't move left, can't move right, you can't even move your head. You just have to be still and face the wall. This was what they were accustomed to do. Then behind them, there was a fire. That fire now was reflecting people and things happening on the other side. When this thing reflects to the fire brings reflections to that wall. So what they see on the wall, they perceive it as reality. Like, this is the ultimate reality, this is it. So one day, fortunately, one of them was able to break out. On seeing the fire hurt his eyes. He closed it. He was felt hurt the eyes, as in he's not used to this kind of thing. But with time, he got accustomed to the light of the fire. Then was curious. What has been happening? He now decided to go, go, go till he saw the mouth of the cave and saw the reflections. What he was seeing as reality was now what? Wait. Let me go have a closer look. On getting outside, he saw the sun and he collapsed. The light of the sun was overwhelming, was too much for him to handle. So he collapsed, had to take some time to regain himself and adapt himself with the sun. Then he could see things clearly. So this is what has been happening all this while. And we did it, the Jones are saying the Momo thinking saying na so now they every end. So in a zeal to spread this message, tell his colleagues, he now wanted to go back into the cave. On getting back into the cave, the darkness hurt his eyes again because now he has been used to light and you're taking him back to the cave. Okay, having a mission in hand, he endured, and eventually met with his people that were still chained, facing that same wall that reflected what the fire was shining on. Now, after explaining himself to them, they didn't believe him. They saw him as a threat to their very existence. And such is life. We are living blissfully in our ignorance that any attempt to open our eyes, that person is called names. We are looking at life from a keyhole when we have the opportunity to open the door and get in. It's crazy. Now, most of the times, that person that comes to open the eye, they end up killing the person. They end up hating the person. But that person is only trying to help. They call the person mad. But it's normal. If you have not been called mad once, you have never done something reasonable in your life. Yeah, it's true, I said it. So, what lessons can we learn from there? The ancients believed that death is just the beginning. Ancient Africa, Egypt, even Scandinavians, the Vikings, they believe death is just the beginning. If they say sleep is sweet, then death must be sweeter. It sounds crazy, but well, it's true. These are great philosophical questions that requires you to think. What is this life? What if it were to be a hologram? What if it were to be something far from what we have perceived it to be? Let's take a close example. We have been able to create robots, machines, sex dolls, bionic machines, and co. So, will with the event of the singularity, which is when machines will now have their own consciousness and their own perception of things, in their own perception, they will say, this is the reality. But we will look at them like, we created you. We are your reality. Could it be we are living in some kind of simulation similar to that? Someone out there is looking at us like, "Oh, yeah, on the Jones, oh," and then here we are, ignorantly believing we know it all, and taking the life to be something so special. These are questions we need to ask ourselves. Where did we come from? Where are we going to? What is out there? These are some of the things that spiritual liars now tend to emphasize on and provide answers to you, only in order to condition your life on earth here. The fear of the unknown. But the fear of the unknown is good to fear, but you have the right or the choice to search. Great men in history, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, have all had the dark night of the soul, which is they have broken those chains in which they were bound. They have seen the fire, they have walked out of the cave, and they have seen the light. They have seen the universal truth, which is the reason why they were able to do some certain things they did that are far above our human understanding. We have to shed this mundane body to gain knowledge from the spiritual realm, where the essence exists, where all knowledge exists, where questions like how man came to the world, how life is created, how the world was created, what is this life about, the fountain of life, all answers are there, but it's not of this world. With humans, we are equipped mind, body, and soul to do certain things that if should we choose to, we will go far beyond borders. We have a choice. The choice is to break free and stop living blissfully in ignorance. Strive for knowledge. Strive for meaning. Strive for answers. Don't just sit down there and be comfortable, living like a riffraff. You don't know what existence is all about. There are answers that humans deceive themselves that there are questions that humans have deceived themselves that they have answered, but like I said, they have deceived themselves. It's a crazy world we live in, my brother, my sister. Until you find meaning, you can never know the value of existence. I am not here to convince you, confuse you. I'm only here to trigger in you that ability to think. Think outside the box. Go beyond borders. And perhaps you might be the one to come and enlighten me. Because I am a lover of knowledge and I seek enlightenment. It's up to us. The choice is yours. But the questions are out, the answers are out there waiting for us to get it, because the creator has made that provision. It's just that spiritual liars have blinded us. We need to open up our eyes and understand what life is all about. Quit living facing that wall break those chains, go out there and get answers. And together, humanity will reach apotheosis, the dark night of the soul, where we are ripe for enlightenment. Thank you for listening. I'll see you again tomorrow.